Okay, that took all of 15 minutes. I still gotta pump it up. Now let me show you a little trick. You see this strap right there? That's how you pull it across. Let me put my tripod up here. This is how you pull it across. Makes it super simple. See? And then when you release the grease fitting, okay, don't pull it all the way out. Take a crowbar, and you can just use the crowbar right against the track and push this wheel in. It just throws all the grease out, no problem. And then raise up your machine to where the tracks are off the ground. Put your crowbar in here, get it started, push it over, and then use the ratchet strap to ratchet it over. And then you take the controls, you jump back in, and you spin it. I mean, that's how simple it is. I mean, like I said, it took 15 minutes. So let's grease this thing up. Let me set up the camera. Bear with me for a second. There we go. All right. Now, the first time I did it, obviously, it was a little bit more confusing. But like I said, I got the system down. It's easy. Already working. Yeah, grease everywhere. Yeah. Grease, grease, grease. You want to get it to where it's 1 inch worth of slack at the bottom. Here it comes. And all you do is take a sledgehammer . That's it. Perfect. Took about a half a thing of grease. Super simple, really. Like I said, the first time I ever tried doing this, I was back here. Obviously, I said, oh shit, what do I do? You know, I really didn't, like I said, I didn't know exactly what I had to do. So I let it sit out here for a couple of days, went back to Raleigh, went to YouTube and just watched a couple of videos, came back out, and you know, took me about an hour because I was just being so cautious. But now 15 minutes, no problem. Okay, let's do this. I gotta wipe my hands, get clean here for just 1 second. Bear with me, but I'm gonna walk you on this property. Just bear with me, okay? Okay, let's take a walk. I'm gonna leave it in the tripod because I still got greasy hands, so I'm not gonna do any zoom in, zoom out action. But let's just start over here. Let's just start over here. Okay, this corner was having the big problem with this massive washout, okay? It's basically, over the years, it's cut a trench in here. And you know, with water, it'll keep cutting that trench and get deeper, deeper, and deeper. I mean, that's 4 feet easy down there. So my purpose was, since there's my property line right there, all this has to be backfilled in, okay? Now, you'll say, well, the water still has to go somewhere, and that's absolutely right. So what I've done is I've cleaned up this entire corner, literally. So let's go take a look. I reinforced the small pond, came through here, and just basically have, and I can actually go across here with the excavator, no problem. Done it several times already, packing it in. But removed a few trees. One big pile right there, there was a tree right there, removed it. And here was the biggest problem I had, is this little pond wasn't holding water. I mean, it's holding it, but it won't hold at any high level. So there it is. I want it to go all the way up, the water line to be up to here, you know, right along in here, so that would fill it all in over there, okay? Then it'd be a decent little pond, you know? So here's what I'm doing, backfilling it in. I got a lot more to do. As you can tell right there, I gotta pack a bunch more dirt in there, and I'm packing it to where I'm putting rocks in. I'm putting anything I could find and scraping this entire little gully washout all the way to the property line. Now, the rest of the gully stays, obviously. You gotta still have water coming in and can't divert it. So that's the big thing there. And I've been working both sides of this pond and the washout to clean it all up. Here's a much better view right there. Okay, now, the other problem was, oh yeah, I hit a big old hornet's nest the other day. Man, there was about 30 of them flying around me. But you know what? They're not aggressive. You know, I think they're underground. In fact, they're still buzzing around. There's a bunch of bees down there. So it's an underground yellow jacket or hornet's nest that I definitely hit. And it pissed them off, man. But anyway, let's walk around the other side. I don't want to deal with them first thing this morning, no way. But okay, that's where I pulled this tree out. Cleaned it all up down there. Everything's cleaned up now. This whole thing is all done. Now, the road. The road was the big thing for me because I only have one way in and one way out on the back of this property. okay? And as you know, if you watched any of my videos, right out there, that gate and that narrow strip, this narrow strip of land is the only way to come in this place. Now, because of the washout being basically a no-go zone, I created another access point. In other words, I'm trying to create another access point. All right, there sits the truck. So if you can imagine, a big black walnut, man, that thing's beautiful. But if you can imagine driving through here, going straight back, and you can get to the back of the property, okay? Now, here's another way to come. I'm cutting this road in. Now you're starting to see the logic, I hope. And we're gonna go to the other side because I've got a gate access to the other side over here. So probably the smartest thing to do, and I'll probably do it, is put a culvert right here. That's the smartest thing to do. Because if it rains real heavy, this will become extremely saturated. And if you drive across here, you're basically gonna sink in about 5 or 6 inches of pure damn mud. So put a culvert in here, dig this back out, pack it, and then bring a load of rock right in here. So this will solve pretty much this little area, but this is where the road goes. See? And it goes up right to the other gate up there. See it? The other gate. So I've created two entry points into the property in the back. Now, a few years ago, this would have been never, ever, ever even foreseeably possible to do this because of the amount of debris and the pure crap back here and all the glass and metal sticking up out of the ground. It'd have been just too damn dangerous to bring anything back here because you would have definitely gotten a flat tire, least case scenario, and then you'd be stuck in the mud, worst case scenario with a flat tire. So that just really sucks. So here we go, let's go up here. Okay, filming with this tripod in my hand, sorry about that. But we're trying to make do with this video, if you don't mind. Turn this into a selfie stick, there we go. But that's been the whole thing for me, is that I've been delaying doing a lot of stuff out here because of the sheer fact of access. I have no access. And now that the four-wheeler is gone, I don't have the tractor anymore. Now see, the tractor, I could have just hooked the dump trailer to the tractor. I came back here for years, no problem doing that, but I sold it. I sold anything that pertained to farming because I figured I had an excavator. The rest of what I'm doing out here, I can handle it with the excavator, okay? So then here's the other road. Been working on it. And it's nice and wide. I think I got it like at, it's about 18 foot wide, something like that. Didn't measure it. Now it's a little soft back here, but it hasn't rained. We had a little drizzle last night, but in other words, I could drive back here right now with that truck, and it's a two-wheel drive with a rear differential lock on it. I can come back here with zero issues. Use this as my turnaround point right here, because once you get right down here, and this is the plans for the log cabin. This is what this is all about, folks. This is what this has been all about all this time. Excuse me, sweating. I don't want to wipe my face with my greasy hands. But anyway, the purpose really was, first, I didn't have the property lines established. Sorry if I messed with the selfie stick, but I didn't have that established, but since they put the property up for sale, now this side has been established. Now I'm legal to do what I need to do out here without infringing upon any property lines. That was what really this whole thing was about. Plus the access was terrible back here. I just couldn't get back here. So now here we are. You know, I'm coming up on year number 8 in December, on December 9th. No, excuse me, December 21st of December. It'll be 8 years exactly since I paid for this property. But right now, I would not want to come back here because I know this is soft, but it's still doable. Because in ultimate terms, what I'm trying to do is make this a big turnaround spot. Come down here and literally create parking, okay? Or turn this into a big party area, fire pit, you know, all kinds of chairs out here, because this is direct sunlight. This is the one part of the property back here that's got absolutely direct sunlight. And it's just nice right here. And the creek. And I've been, of course, clearing all this out over here. You know, basically the 2 acres now is cleared. I've done everything I need to do to figure this out. Know every square inch of the property. And basically just, you know, start now planning on building. And that's like I said, this is what the intention was for years. And now that I finally got a handle on it, and you can see how big of a problem I had over here. It was just a big drop off. Now I'm slowly sloping it to where it's not so bad. But then on the other side of there's much higher elevation. But that's cool. So that's the right side, and that's the left side. Now we know. Okay. It's actually been extremely warm this week. I lie to you not. I've been perfect for painting. Like I said, I've been painting for 7 straight days. And it seems like that, it always comes in big lots, you know. I'll either be, like September was all about doing decks. And the first week of October was decks, staining decks. Now it's painting outside of trim on houses, the outside trim on houses, doors, frames, you know, all that. It just, like I said, it comes in cycles and bundles. And starting tomorrow, I'm on another big paint job, exterior paint job. And yeah, I mean, that's what's been going on, guys. I apologize for not doing any content video because I know I see my numbers are dropping. You know, I apologize. That's just the way it is with YouTube. It's like a job. Doing videos is a job because you got to have content or people are just bored out of their mind and they just click and then they click out. You know, that's all it is. And I don't want to do that to you guys. I want to try to bring something halfway damn decent. You know what I'm saying? Especially all my hardcore subscribers. You know what's going on. But yeah, this is pretty packed down. This is great. I know I can drive back here with no problem. Okay, let me get at it. I got to go make a diesel fuel run for the excavator. Put all the tools back in the truck. Clean everything up. And then come down here and work it a little bit more. And get a handle on it, man. Getting it to where I can bring materials down here. You know, the block, the lumber. But the only way to do it now, being as the only thing I have is the excavator and this truck, I got to make it to where I can drive this truck back here with no fear of having any problems. And here's my buddies. They're always close by, man. My guineas. Buck. There's only 4 of them now. There used to be 8. They're eating them. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Tom out of here. You know what to do. Leave those comments, thumbs up, share, like, subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next one. See you later.